good?
Yeah. All right, so Mark's making some real tough decisions about this first movement phase.
I just got the clock.
He's gonna have to like.
I'll admit, a 3-ship list is where I get fucked.
He's gonna do a soft one with Colzet, barrel roll back.
Jim's bombs.
Oicunn's gonna probably do a hard 3, and Duchess is gonna come screaming out of the gate.
Would have been fine.
As for Mike, Mike likes to fly pretty slow. He likes to gauge what his opponent's doing.
And with 3-8s, I have 3 points.
We're probably gonna see a couple 1s there. He does like to get Manu into the fray, though. What you can't see is behind Asajj Ventress is the Fen Rao. What are you doing?
That's why I think mine's all good, and I put them on pegs, so you can always see where they are. Because I'm
You didn't start it.
for viewers at home.
No, you didn't start it. You gotta click this to start it. There you go. So it looks like Mark flipped 2 dials at once. He's gonna lose his actions for this. And here's Manu. Yeah, just like I thought. He's starting out with the little soft one. Pretty generous by Mike here. He's playing really sloppy from the get-go. Dropping tokens on the floor.
He may have been drinking prior to
This is very unusual out of Mike.
If only some local craftsman had made him something to hold his shot.
Chris actually made Mike a template holder because Mike is so sloppy with his templates. By the end of the game, they're usually on his opponent's side of the board.
Dude, I've been using this so much.
Nice. That being said, you can't say much more from Mark if he doesn't have a template holder.
Hey, that's why I bought one.
I just spilled coffee all over myself. Yeah, whatever. That works. So yeah, Asajj started with a straight 2 here. Fen Rao is going to do, the classic start sideways, turn hard 1. And he's going to, trigger adaptive ailerons with this sky-high Duchess.
Hey, I knocked this Duchess literally down
Half the pegs. Mark is known to fly on 14 pegs, not exaggerating. He hasn't even weighted his base down, which is the impressive part. His ships, they just bend to his will and stay up there. And it looks like he's going to do a barrel roll. Setting up to probably trigger adaptive ailerons next turn, squeeze in through these asteroids. Maybe catch Manu unawares. I'm really excited to see Oicunn smash into some ships here. Let's hope Mark can pull it off. Mark, Jay's with me here in the booth. He doesn't actually play X-Wing, but he might be able to provide a little bit of color commentary. Jay, Mark actually started as not the greatest player. His dice don't like to cooperate with him, but over time we've seen him progress into an outstanding X-Wing pilot.
Yeah.
He got
Despite my dice still not cooperating.
he got second at the last regionals. Only losing to someone not from the region, who may or may not have manipulated his dice. But that's neither here nor there. He did win a beautiful modified Falcon in the process.
Now, what would be a modified Falcon?
Hey, that trophy gets awarded.
It's like the ugliest thing you'll ever see in your life. So we're not going to talk about it. You should switch back.
It's the Sacco of our playgroup.
And what was the limit focus?
Just pushing slack.
No, I kept it with its original paint.
It worked just tonight.
That was good.
A new message.
It's just RC.
Huh?
It's SC.
Oh, are we on you?
Yeah, because it wasn't long.
Okay, I was like, are you on Mike? Mike doesn't post.
Mike.
So, interestingly enough, Mike does another straight one.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
Mike, he may fly Scum and Imperial, but he did start as a Rebel player, and you can really see it right here. That Rebel advance. He wishes the
You should post in the Slack when you're streaming.
Lancercraft does a...
Because I realized I only put it in random.
He wishes the Lancercraft had a 1, but, he makes do with the 2. It does have a 1. Okay, so he's tricking me here. You notice how he keeps Fen Rao back? Fen Rao, against this list, could just possibly die. I mean, against any list, he could possibly die. So we're going to see what he does here. Straight 5? Nope, does the 2. What are you doing?
Turn the brightness a little bit.
It's fine.
I declare no doubt fail.
No ailerons. He's gonna try and swing through these asteroids the old-fashioned way. If you'll notice, his Duchess is actually flying upside down. And now it's sideways. So he's thinking about his action. He's really got to take into account where all these asteroids are, and the fact that Mike's ships, most of them do move first next turn.
Oh yeah, right.
They both.
Yeah.
There's the barrel roll. So it looks like he's probably stuck doing a soft one next turn with ailerons, and then into whatever maneuver he does like. And let's see if Oicunn just slowly rolls forwards here. Oh, actually he's fortressing. Are you fortressing?
He's fortress.
He's fortressing. Interesting. I didn't even notice. I just lost a lot of... After talking up Mark so highly, I look over and he's fortressing.
He's not fortressing. You get to beat all from most stuff.
Okay, sorry, he's using a different tactic than most players would use.
And what tactic would that be?
Fortressing. Good effort, Jay. I appreciate it.
Really set you up there.
So, for those who don't play X-Wing or maybe don't know what fortressing is,
That's why I'm.
it's where you point both your ships essentially at each other and you just continuously bump forever. It's pretty scummy because it's not fun for anybody. But Mike's not flying an all bomberless, so you know he's going to be able to take care of that. We'll just have to wait and see if Mark can spring the trap and tactically get out of there before Mike flies in and just blows up his TIE Advance.
Yeah. You know, when they told me there was going to be color commentary, I didn't think it was going to be shit brown.
You know it's a good one. Maybe it requires abuse.
Oh, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with the mic. Cut out for half a second. Alright, so this is actually a pretty serious match because it is a grudge match. I don't think Mark has ever beaten Mike before. So that's why the planning phase takes a little longer than usual. And also, Jay doesn't know what he's talking about, so it's a little tough to one-man the planning phase. Keep it interesting. But we're working our heart out here. Looks like there's a slight dispute on the board.
So that's interesting. Now I know why. I was looking at today, I'm like, wow, this is 0 points.
If you haven't checked out the X-Wing Slack, you can go to the Reddit and check it out in the sidebar. And there's about 350 people in there. Probably a solid 20 of us chat constantly. So, you know, if you don't have much to do at work, come talk about X-Wing.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that. Came in through the.
Not the bump.
Didn't have the right line.
He's not going to bump.
And I'm chasing.
Well, I'm not going to try and chase you through an asteroid field with a decimator.
Give me a moment here. I'm just trying to link some people to
The
stream.
Imperial Academy?
I'm surprised everyone's favorite viewer, Petrie12, isn't in the chat yet. He does like to come out and tell us we're not actually flying ships. They're actually just small toys. But good on him. Oh, he left.
That's your only viewer gone?
Yeah.
Did I scare him away?
You must have.
Alleged racism?
This map's pretty nice. These black ships kind of blend in though, so we might have to ban black ships from the upcoming Carbonite Cup. Sorry, Mark.
Did they not show up that good?
Yeah, they're fine. It's just I'm blind.
Well, I guess especially on this map.
They show up fine. They're just kind of camouflaged.
I keep forgetting about that.
Also, I keep forgetting your Duchess is 80 feet in the air, so like my eyes don't see her when I look at the peg.
I may or may not have been rewatching the one where I was flying at 14, the Inquisitor 14 points up. It was really hard to tell where on the map it actually was. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm like, wait, why did I do a left turn there?
You have to like follow down the peg to the base. So anyway,
No, the token on the land.
Mike's still just with that slow approach, you know. He's jockeying for position, but not really because he's just kind of going straight. So I don't think Mike actually has a plan here aside from just slowly go straight.
I'm assessing.
He says he's assessing the battlefield. Between Mike going straight and Mark fortressing, this has been an eventful game. And now Mark's flying away from Mike. So hopefully we get some action. Oh, there we go. This is what we like to see. Duchess is gonna perform a beautiful flank, coming up behind Manaru. Mark's been looking for a different fillership for this list. He's got about 28 points. There you see his pegs backfiring on him. But so far he's like Duchess. With the iMixer PS10, she moves last, she shoots first. What do you think about that, Jay?
I think that's a smart way to go. I think Mark's really got a clear path to victory right now. This could be the one time that he gets there.
He's played like.
Huh. You don't say. All right. So I'm not sure which way the mobile firing arc is facing. We're gonna have to figure out some sort of way to present that on the overlay, but we'll figure that out in the future.
Can you not see it?
I mean, if it was full screen maybe, but which way is it facing? In?
Range 3 through
Yeah, range 3. So Dutch is gonna take a shot through the little mustache and
Didn't show it.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Tell me when to stop.
Your first shot.
Back. Bit more. No, back a little bit. A little bit.
Well, tell me when you can see.
I can see it.
Okay, so.
Going? Okay, this thing. Okay.
Can you see it?
I can see your hand.
Can you see the? Is the edge on the edge of the camera?
Yeah, like go way back. Way more. Yeah, right there.
Okay, so the whole thing. Basically, that was a natural.
Because
yeah, no one said his red dice were bad.
make bad decisions.
Yeah, my green dice are terrible. My red
So
dice
triple
are
crits from Duchess. Here's Manaru.
Range 32 and Astro, you said?
Barely got it.
I use low.
Big 4 dice. This is unheard of for Manaru. We can't see anything because Jay just changed the dice cam.
No, it's never shown.
Why we're not chromaing green?
Spend the focus, 3 days.
Has it been changed at all from yesterday?
No. Mike, put a green on the board, please.
Then he moves.
No,
Different
yeah.
lighting.
And put a red on, please.
That's good. Red are fine. Red will always be fine because green is close to blue, right? That's good. That's perfect right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
What? No, it's got to be the same color as the floor. That's fine.
I can take him off, Mike.
Don't worry about the shadows either because we can't fix that without actual light.
I can do it twice in a row. Okay, I'm gonna
All right, who's shooting here? Shadowcaster on Duchess, range 3. That's 2 hits. Duchess rolls it up. There's Mark's dice in action. 1 evade.
Apparently, I'm supposed to be flying. What do you want to call it?
What happened there? Did you take damage?
Yeah.
What'd you take?
We can play it out, but honestly.
On who?
I'm pretty sure that's what I did last week.
Duchess needs to take a hit.
Manaru.
That's 4.
You got one
4.
field on Vanguard and lost, what, 45?
Manaru rolls up 1.
I'll play it out. But if you want to get
Did Manaru take damage, Mike?
Oh!
That's 3 blanks.
4 blanks.
4 blanks. It's fine.
Manaru took no damage.
Okay, so Duchess is going to take another one. You know, this is classic Mark right here. Poor guy flies his heart out, but then his green dice just abandon him in time of need. There's a hit and a focus. Looks like he's going to flip that to a crit.
He has score to settle.
Yeah, who's it on? It's on Asajj, okay. You need to... Oh, shit. No, I got an idea. Yay!
Did you call me a whore? I don't know what you're talking about.
Little trash talk going down in the play area right now. Apparently Mark called Mike a whore.
Now, what do you think the goal behind that would be, Patrick?
I think Mark's trying to get in Mike's head here. You know, Mike is known to not fly very well when he's on tilt. So we're going to see how this works out for Mark. Currently, you know, we're about to get a lot of action right here. Mike's kind of flown himself into a corner, and Mark is ready to strike. I wish this camera was on the battlefield, but it's not. You see Mark leaning in. He does have marker written on the inside of his glasses, so he can actually measure with the marker when he looks at the board.
Mike, not Mark.
That's what I meant. Their names are very similar. So right now he's measuring for range 3. with the marker written in the inside of his
I
glasses.
believe it's actually laser pointed onto the board.
I don't think that's how it works. Your opponent would see that, Jay.
Lasers.
Frickin' sharks with laser beams. You see Ricky in the background. Pretty good competitor. He hasn't been in the scene for a while. Seems like he got a haircut and came back. So planning phase here. Looks like we're about ready. Mike's contemplating Fenn's dial. I don't know what he's thinking about, but
Dying.
That was 15 minutes ago.
Mike did do extensive research into this game and how to take on Mark's list. So we'll see if that pays off.
When did you throw King?
You know what? I'm gonna call it early.
He's gonna target lock Asajj. Looks like he's setting up to blind Asajj. Little does he know that Asajj uses the force and doesn't actually need to see to fire. Oicunn's coming in.
Can I see your damage deck, please?
And he's going to activate Kylo Ren. So that's a lot of crap on Asajj. Mark looking through the damage deck. Just looking for blinded pilot. Can't find it. Mike took all the blinded pilots out of his deck. Looks like there are no blinded pilots in Mike's deck. Interesting.
Is there really?
No, but I'm counting 34 cards. I also every time when I search third or my first search, I count.
Looks like Mike might be disqualified here. He's got no blinded pilots in his deck.
I could just be bad.
Can we get a TO?
No, he does.
I'm playing with extra cards.
Yeah.
You know what happened? You probably stole one of mine.
I'm probably running that Andrew gift deck.
No, that's the one I use.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I've stolen someone's.
So like I probably like threw a crit at you.
So one is running 32 in this room.
You probably killed me with a double damage and I like chucked it across the board at you and you just picked it
never
up.
play me, so it's not me.
So this is interesting development here. The politics of X-Wing are really in play. Doesn't matter?
No,
You're
we'll
not-
keep playing. We'll figure it out.
Give that a good shuffle.
I mean you can pick his crits anyway.
My full deck here.
You want blinded pilot, Mark?
Blinded pilot is set on. I'll show you the dark side.
On Asajj?
Yep.
Should work there. Hey. Oh wait.
Okay. That's it.
Hey.
That's another case, right?
Good thing he put a lot of room under that ship.
Good thing I started counting.
Yeah. You'd enter regionals, Mike, and you'd lose.
The last hit with 34. 'cause I haven't touched it.
That means every time no wonder you keep beating me. That's gotta be why.
'Cause I'm running extra now.
So anyway, we're gonna get back to the game here. Looks like we got a Fen Roush still to move. Oh no, he's checking for a target lock. Manner's gonna target lock old Dutchie. Alright. Now Asajj is gonna move.
Want to go one more point for the...
A soft 2, I believe. So hard to see on this camera. That's a soft 1. In a precarious position here. There's a little alliteration for you. I hope you guys like that at home. Hopefully, Mark can pull off a crit on Asajj here. She does only have 2 dice, and no one is stressed yet, but he is in position to possibly throw a stress at one of these ships to activate Lat's Razzie. Lat's Razzie, if a ship is stressed, you can eat that stress essentially to give yourself an evade during combat.
Yesterday I overdid it, and I was like...
So looks like he's going to take a focus, trigger Mind Link, focus up all his ships, feed the team some eyeballs. Is the arc still pointing forwards? To the right. So he does have Oicunn in arc for that stress. Decimator, you know, it's got a great dial. Not a lot of greens though. But I guess Oicunn just wants to smash into him anyway. So not a big deal. Somehow there's a giant dial on screen. It's about the size of it's bigger than
your ship.
It's bigger than small ships. I mean, it's got a couple of them. Wish it had more.
Yeah, I like Boston Carol strategy.
All right, so Fen bumps. You know, he's going to set up a cute little range 3 shot on Duchess. Maybe have Oicunn in range through a rock, possibly. And here goes the old Dutchie. He's going to trigger AA. Fly in. Probably probably reveal some sort of one maneuver here. Slip right in on Manu. Maybe take her out. She does have more life than she needs. Oh, no. He's going to slip it. He's really gunning for Asajj here. He wants to activate this combo. It's on a rock.
I think it was rock. Was it?
Looks like we have a dispute in the play area.
I'll give you the call on that.
Mark plays the nice guy and says, Mike, you can make the call if I hit a rock. When in reality, Mark says this, so Mike feels guilty because Mike doesn't want to tell the guy he's landed on a rock.
This is all part of the mind games on Mark's part. This is all part of the path to victory for Mark.
We're gonna roll on it.
This is actually just one of the downsides of X-Wing being such a nice game with like nice players. This is what happens.
And we're going to say no rock on that.
Mike decided to roll hits or no hits to see if he would get the rock. It looks like Mark's red dice once again carried him through to victory. He's going to barrel roll right in behind Asajj. There's going to be a lot of dice coming through on Asajj here. If we see a crit, it's possible she could be out for the rest of the game.
Let's stay tuned.
Duchess does shoot first. You have to remember though, the way this... Oh, he does have Boshek too. This is interesting. And Intel Agent. So you got to remember with the way that his cute little Colzet and Kylo combo works, if there's more than one damage card on the ship he's trying to flip line and pilot with, it will flip a random card. And he may just trigger any old crit, not just blind pilot. Does have an ion projector too. This is quite the little decimator. This is not one Mike wants to be flying towards, I think. But you know what? He's doing it anyway because Mike's got big cojones. Put the stress on Duchess. Interesting decision. Rolls a crit and a focus. He's gonna stick with that. Just one crit. Mark dying. Mark dying in play, but he manages to come back from that. And he's going to eat that stress off Duchess, get the evade. Lives to shoot another day.
Now, could that be a turning point in this game for Mark, that he was so close, but still came up short?
Probably not. Alright, so Fen Rao's going to shoot. He's in range 1. He's going to get an extra dice. He's going to get an extra dice from range 1. That's 5 big red ones coming at Duchess here. You got to remember, Duchess, the TIE Striker only has 2 agility. So this, Mike didn't pass any tokens at the start of turn, but... Oh, probably good call passing tokens to Asajj, never mind. So Fen Rao, going to fire some big old blast at Duchess here, hoping to one-shot her. We're going to get 4 hits. Duchess rolls, knowing Mark's dice is probably dead. Waiting for him to move into position here. 1 evade, he's going to take 3 big ones. And that's Duchess. You can just see Mark's face kind of just drop.
That's why I'm not sure Duchess is the right build.
Now, if that was Countdown, like someone in Slack was mentioning earlier, I think their username was PTC. They're pretty smart. I see them talking a lot. They said maybe Mark should try Countdown with a hull upgrade, because it's much like Duchess, except it takes 5 full shots just to kill the guy. The only thing, Mark was a little worried about Countdown getting stress from the ability, because there's not a lot of green on the dial for the Striker. But you know what? That's something you gotta test. You gotta see what you like.
No, it's the Countdown's ability is only one.
Even on the...
You'd be alive.
I'm doing stasis, and I'm still barrel.
That is true. That's not that great then. So we got another shot of Asajj onto Colzet, I'm sure.
That's 3 hits.
Onto Colzet, Mike? Yeah. Colzet rolls. 1 evade. That's 2 hits. Shields down on Lieutenant Colzet. That's big number 6. Manu is going to shoot. Mike's going to see if he can... Mike's trying to cheat, and Oicunn's going to shoot first.
We have 2 hits there.
2 hits on Asajj. Asajj has no stress to eat, relying on just pure dice here. That's 1 evade. Send the focus. 2 evades. No damage. See, one of the downsides, I was testing Kylo Ren earlier, right before it came out, and there's some games where you put a Kylo crit on someone and you can just never pull it off. And it kind of feels bad just staring at that crit sitting on the table all game. So Mark's gonna, there's one hit from Andrew, one evade, no damage. Oh.
One hit into the death.
Awesome was the combination is.
Yes, he's gonna shoot back into Asajj. That's
Blinded pilot, here we come.
crit hit. Although if Mike takes more than 1 damage here, that blinded pilot is gonna be a little harder to flip consistently. 2 evades, he's gonna take 1 shield.
So it goes under shields, right?
Goes under shield, so he takes a hull. He's on 3 shields still. And we can go ahead and go like this. Kylo's crit is gone, but it is on Asajj now. So next turn, she will not be able to shoot.
You know what I mean, right? It's having focus is great,
All right, we're back to dials. So when you're in this position, Jay, you know you got. Well, we're talking about the game, the board state here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not into running out of things to say yet. The planning phase is still very interesting because if you notice where Captain Oicunn is, he likes to bump. When he bumps into a ship, they take 1 damage. He's also got Ion Projector. When you bump into him, you get an Ion token. What else has he got? He's got Dauntless. He can take a stressed action when he does bump. That lets him trigger Kylo Ren even though he's bumped and lost his action. And he also has Intelligence Agent and Bowshek. Intelligence Agent is going to let Mark look at Mike's dial before they move, which will let Mark know if he wants to trigger Bowshek. Bowshek lets Mike pick up one of his dials, forces him to turn it to a maneuver next to the maneuver he has chosen. So this really creates a mind game.
So when will Mark, or when is the best chance for Mark to use this?
Well, he's got to use it at a predetermined time.
Okay.
Basically before Mike reveals his dial. But the thing here is, Mike has to think, is he going to use Bowshek on me? Should I pick a maneuver next to the maneuver I actually want? Or should I pick the maneuver I actually want? Right?
Mark seems to be pretty confident in his choice guys.
Well,
Oh, so you're gonna get to.
Let's listen in.
so this is very interesting. You can't actually hear them from here, which is nice, but... So, this is gonna be pretty
You
interesting.
can see Mark does have his paper with
YouTube though.
strats.
YouTube's where the money's at.
So it's the move, and then you can go.
Our video, we have like 6. Our videos from last night at 11 p.m. already have 40 views. That was like before last night.
So if I pick a move, you can go to the left or the right of it.
You get to pick it. So this is very interesting. This is the kind of card I like to see in the game. You know, it adds a little extra decision making to the game, a little more mind games, a little less away from just pure dice modification that the game's kind of turning into. I'm eating an O. Henry. It's delicious. Jay, what's your favorite flavor O. Henry bar?
You know what? I didn't know there was more than one flavor, to be honest.
There's peanut butter, there's fudge, there's regulation O. Henry.
I'm a real regular guy with my own hands.
Fair,
I like to think.
fair enough.
What about you, Pat?
I like the peanut butter.
Huh.
We got 2 dice on the dice cam here. You think Mike running the stream would know to remove those after the combat?
We have 2 of 8 dice on the dice camp. There we go.
All right, here we go. I'm excited. Looks like he didn't trigger anything.
BB-8 just ejects his ball out into...
Or does it trigger before Oicunn moves? No, Intel Agent. Oh, you looked at Asajj? What did he reveal?
3 straight.
3 straight. Good move by Mike. He's going to want to clear Oicunn no matter what. Mark probably anticipated it regardless. Here we go. Looks like it was a soft 2. Hard 2. Looks like he's going to land on the rock. But what do we know, right? 46 minutes left in the round. Oh, there we go.
We do have a decimator on board now.
A nice, beautiful shot of Mark's decimator. Great paint job there by Mark.
You essentially have an interceptor in that.
Oh, if you notice here, looks like... So, Oicunn does bump Asajj, she loses the shield.
I'm going to...
Yeah.
It looks like Mark's nickname is the Friend Maker.
Now, what is with that?
So you know what? He just likes to make friends.
I see.
Why'd you stress?
He's a very personable guy.
Take action.
Oh, okay.
So
You know, he goes out of his way to make friends.
Catch your dial, please.
But instead of
This is where we're going to see Mark. Look at Mike's style.
Mark's trying to cheat. Just has to see Mike's style. But really what he meant was, can I see Manu's dial because it's her turn to activate.
And I deal you a damage.
So it looks like Manu's going to run for the hills here. Wait, how did this Decimator turn around?
It's just turned around.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. I'm thinking 4K on a
Disrespect moon.
lightning reflexes?
Wanted to show the camera my pretty neat.
So that Decimator is actually facing the other way. Hey, we actually got a couple viewers now.
No, just the number hit points. Oh, yeah.
What's up, Classic Crouton? It's a good name.
You can put 3 lambdas, 4 lambdas.
If there's anything in life I love, it's croutons. Actually, I hate croutons. What am I
I quite
saying?
love them, actually.
Bread shouldn't be in salad. Alright, now he's going to take a peek at the dial. Activates Boshek. Looks like Mike is going to... so if Mike soft threes towards the board here, he's going to be in a rough spot next turn. He might fly off the board. If he soft threes inwards, he might just bump again. Which is okay, because like nobody's going to shoot. But so Mark's just explaining how Boshek works to Mike. Mike doesn't really read the cards. He kind of just flies on instinct. It's pretty interesting to watch.
Alright, we're on to Poe.
He lets his opponent explain the game to him as he's beating them down. It's a really bold strategy.
It's an interesting definition of the word beating. Yeah, it's owner rotation.
Why do I hear?
It's good.
Am I hearing people talking? Oh, that's Brian's voice. Holy shit. It travels. I thought there was like sound coming out of here or something.
It's not out of here.
It's actually his voice traveling through the building. Crazy. So Mike's going to try this soft three inwards because, you know, outwards probably fly him off the board next turn. And it looks like he might actually clear this. This is a pretty tight situation. You know, I think Mike's feeling pretty good about taking Duchess off the board that early. He really needed to get rid of that pesky fly, because otherwise it would just be a small thorn in his side all game.
Now, as a completely unknown to this game, I see that the captain has 12 hull.
Yeah.
How do you go about removing that many hull?
Well, as you can see, the green number there, he's got 0 agility. So that means
explain that to me, Pat.
that means any hit you throw at him, it goes through.
So Mike can throw dice into him.
So basically, Fen Rao is probably the hardest hitting ship in the game right now. In range 1, he'll throw 5 dice, fully modified. He's literally just going to put 5 damage into Captain Oicunn every time he looks at him. So between Fen Rao and even Manaru, you can wipe that ship off the board in like 2 turns.
So what is the point of that ship then?
Well, look at it. It's just big. It's annoying. It hits hard. It can carry literally every card in the game.
Not quite.
And you know what? If you're not running a Fen Rao or similar ship that has a massive firepower, it's pretty hard to kill. Also, it's got a really good dial, so like, and it does have a turret, so it can shoot 360 degrees. It's a technical term for degrees, the plural. You know, it's not often you see Manaru go this long without anybody really trying to kill her. Fen Rao is going to slip in here with a hard one. You know, we're really seeing the power of a Tawny Mind Link at work here. Fen Rao just able to take any move he wants, really just manhandle that ship without worry of stress or actions, and still end up with multiple focus every turn. Mike's thinking about a boost here, possibly a barrel roll. He is in arc. If he does have...
Number 9.
So Mark's just telling us that he called Mike number 9 to try and get in his head. This is in reference to our last regionals where Mike came in 9th place. He just couldn't cut it. Unlike him, he's usually pretty good, but that day, he just flew poorly.
I hear he wasn't very good at math that day either.
I hear there are a lot of people that weren't very good at math that day.
Yeah. Start of combat, as I can be stressed.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oicunn's placed backwards. Yes, he is mooning. Oh, and now he's fixed. You're all good. A-Train, is that that's someone from Slack? It might be Goldman. I'm not sure. Although all I know is I like the name A-Train. All right, so Fenrau is gonna shoot Colzet range 3. That's where Fenrau wants to be. Looks like a hit crit. He's got to focus. Mike's thinking about flipping it to a hit. He's not sure. Colzet's got no shields on, sitting on 3 health. And we got 4 evades. Mark cannot complain about his dice anymore this game.
Can't shoot. That's gonna flip blind pilot facing.
Blinded pilot's gone. We're gonna remove that here.
This is like your favorite range.
All right, Oicunn, range 2 on Fenrau. This is not where Fen wants to be. He's in arc. He doesn't have auto thrusters. Doesn't have the extra dice. Oicunn did only roll a hit though. He's gonna target lock. The whole. Okay, you rolled 3 focus. Now there's 2 hits. That's a little better. Mike's gonna hope to not blank out here. And that's 2 evades. We're good to go. So next up, we got Manu. We got range 1 through a rock on Oicunn. Oicunn does have like 400 health, so I don't know how efficient that would be. Or he could go for the possible range 2, maybe range 3 on Colzet. He's going to shoot Oicunn here. Range 1 through a rock. That's going to be 1 big dice for Oicunn. He's going to flip 2 focus and 2 hits. And that's 2 damage on Oicunn. Yeah. Oicunn shoots back 1. Manu rolls 1. We're good to go. Decent round of shooting there. A couple things took some damage. Fenrau didn't blow up. This is still really anyone's game. Wish I could see the board right now to sort of explain the positioning. Our color commentator here, Jay, flips too early because doesn't understand how complex a board state can be. You really only change away from it after you really analyze where things are here. So if we're looking at this, Manu's Manu. She's in a kind of a tight spot. Mike might try and hard turn. He probably end up on a rock though. I'm not sure what Manu's going to do. Probably just hit a straight. Oicunn's probably going to swing around. Unless he's going to try and bump Fenrau, which would be pretty ballsy of Mark. So Colzet triggered his target lock. We got another blinded pilot on Asajj. She's not going to get to shoot again. Yeah, you're good. Mike is not happy. You know, his pride really took a hit with this one. He really wanted to come into this game and not let Mark trigger the combo at least once. And walk out of here saying, Mark, your build is garbage. But looks like Mark's got the engine online. And here we go. So, I mean, Mike still has Fenrau and a Manu, which could basically wipe this whole team off the board. Fenrau alone could wipe out Mark's whole team. Which is probably what Mike's going to hope to do next turn when he takes a shot at Colzet. Fenrau's probably going to want to do a hard one here. Think about booster barrel rolling. The only thing Mike has to think about is Colzet could swing up here with like a soft 2 and just get right in his way. So then Mike might have to, dial up a little more evasive maneuver. He's going to want to get around that decimator. Unless he does anticipate bumping the decimator, he can still get his focus from Mindlink.
They were just ticketed. Whoever parked right in front of the fire hydrant.
If anyone in chat parked in front of the fire hydrant, you just got a ticket. Another thing Mike could do here is he could hope to actually bump Oicunn, get his focus still from Mindlink, as long as he can get Manu around these rocks, and then take a shot at Colzet when basically in between Colzet and Fenrau is a decimator, so that'll allow him to still shoot. Asajj, I don't even know what the hell Asajj is going to do here. She doesn't have a shot, so Maybe she can hope to put some stress out, but both Mark's chips are moving away from her. They're going to probably drop out of range 3 or range 2. It's going to be pretty interesting.
Which definitely could make a difference.
Had to let Sneaky Punch be number 1. God, his voice.
Oh God, you're gonna.
Brian's voice just resonates from the front of the
Goes through the
store.
hallways.
It's driving me insane.
I think you're in a sweet spot because I don't hear him at all.
So Mark's really slow rolling this turn here. Looks like he does flip it up. Colzet is gonna do a soft one. Now this is gonna be interesting. He may try to bump Colzet with the decimator, and then both of them take a shot at Fen Rao. And here we go. Mark's favorite thing in the game to do. He's gonna smash into Fen Rao. Now this is kind of interesting because the hard one probably won't get Mike any turn from his Fen Rao, and he might be in range 2. He's not gonna go anywhere. So he will still have a shot on Colzet before anyone else shoots, which is interesting. Fen Rao's going to take 1 damage here from the bump. That's the first ship in our scoreboard. Jay. There you go. We got there. Yeah, we're good. We got you. And Iron Projector is only when Mike bumps into him. So depending on what Mike did here, he may get an Ion token as well, which could be pretty devastating for Fen Rao. Might just get flown right off the board. Manu might be on a rock here. This could also be devastating. Looks like great flying. Oh, just excellent flying by Mike there. Absolutely incredible. He avoids the rock.
We get the golf clap from Mark on Dice Cam.
Deftly flies around it. So Manu does best. Probably one of the best pilots in the world.
Not quite as good as my red line flying, but he's up there.
It did go a little further.
If you've never seen Mark fly redline, he is the best redline player in the world. You can check that out on our YouTube page, youtube.xwingjunkies.com, and see Mark, show off his skills with redline. No one has ever flown redline except Mark. So he's the best in the world.
That's how it works.
You know what? There's no argument. He's just the best.
Come on, buddy.
If you compare Mark to every other redline player in the world, he's number 1.
Every other pilot.
Every other redline player, because there are no other ones. All right, so did we trigger Boshek?
Yeah.
We triggered Boshek. Mike had a hard 1 dialed in.
I had a soft 3.
Mike had a soft 3 dialed in.
I have a hard 3.
So now he can either swap it to a hard 3, which hard 3 actually might slip him right in between both ships. Straight 3, I'll just shoot him forwards. Either way, this isn't the worst position for Mike. But he's just got to really think if this hard 3 is going to get him anywhere. I think he's going to go with the safe route here. Looks like we're just going to disengage all ships and swing back around for another.
But I want to see if that'll fit. I'm going to do the hard.
So he's going to do the hard, but I want to see if the hard... Oh, he's doing...
So I'm doing the hard, but I wanted to see if I did a straight 3.
Oh, and barrel roll for a shot.
Barrel roll back.
Hell no.
Okay,
So he's going to do the hard 3. He's going to hope to slip right in between both ships and then probably boost on out of there.
I like the look of the ship.
Is he gonna do it?
The original one.
Looks like he's going to bump into Colzet. No, he's not going to go anywhere. He's going to get an Ion token if this is a hit. Mark doesn't roll it in the dice area. Really inconsiderate for the viewers.
My apologies, viewers. I'll re-roll it for that.
So he did roll a focus for the Ion, so Mike is unionized. Lucky for him. Fen Rao's still going to get a shot. He's going to pass the focus from Manu, give Manu a focus from Mindlink, and he's going to take a nice little range 2 shot on Lieutenant Colzet. Colzet's sitting at 3 health. Mike's got to just roll 3 big ones here to take him out. And that is 2. Knowing Mark's luck. Oh, he gets an evade. And he rolled 3 dice. Yeah, he's good. So the nice thing here is Oicunn doesn't take a shot at Fen. Manu's going to take a range 3 shot.
I'm aware.
One for one.
On the Decimator.
I gotta give boss up first. Like
Oh, Decimator shooting first. My apologies. We can't see that one dice. There we go. We got 2 hits.
Yeah.
Manor rolls up 2 blanks. That's going to be 2 damage on Manor. Have those shields.
I honestly can't ever fly.
Manor's going to return fire. Oh, going to shoot Colzet. Probably a smart move.
I love this one.
I'd rather have my cannon.
Although, you know, this is reminiscent to my final game at Regionals, Jay. I played against an aluminum Falcon. It wasn't that great. And a couple A-Wings. And I just tried to kill the A-Wings real quick. But one A-Wing sat on 1 health the whole time. And my hubris wouldn't let me change targets. I wanted that A-Wing dead, and then I lost.
It's a real shame, Pat.
Yeah, it was awful. We got 1 hit, I believe. I can't see it. There we go. We got 1 hit on, who's he shooting? Fenrau, only shot.
Then he has to go up against this.
Ben's got 3 dice. There's 1 evade. And that'll be it for this round. Blinded Pilots, flip back down. We'll find out if it gets flipped back up. Probably not really necessary considering Saj doesn't really have a shot.
Because if it's ever not facing something, it's just like
So
coordinate.
These 4 points are the ones that I'm.
now the interesting thing here is, are we going to see Captain Oicunn switch his Kylo Ren crit? Well, I guess he doesn't have 1 active. Put it on Fenrau.
Well, Predator, I'm usually. Well, that's the thing. With Predator, with Vader.
Mark is using his finger to measure on the board, actually frowned upon within the X-Wing community, but he does it anyway, because you know what, he just wants to win. He doesn't care at what cost.
One buddy, it turns out his forearm is the exact length of a razor.
Interesting.
Figured that out when he started leaning on the table like this.
Yeah, but you know what?
Interesting.
This guy.
I've never done that before.
Awesome. He does everything.
When he does the green maneuver, assistant officer, and you give the target lock leader too.
Is it when you take the target lock action?
This is range 2.
I remember that one.
He acquires the target lock.
All right, so planning phase. Let's take a look. Let's see how intense. Looks like both players have their game faces on. Mark's representing the University of Manitoba Bisons. Great team. Shout out to all our great athletes out there at the university. In the background, you see Chris. He made all our beautiful template holders around the store. Throw out a wood. You know, if you want to get in touch and maybe buy one of those off of him, you can send us a message on x1junkies.com. We got a little contact form. Hit us up.
That's the ship I want to fly.
All right, looks like players are ready to go.
And also,
Intelligence agent. Mike did dial in the straight 5. Smart move. I don't know what's next to that straight 5. A hard one and 4K. So Boshek could be. Actually, that's not too bad. A 4K is going to be a pretty good move here. The hard one's also going to be pretty good because both those ships will be out of there by then, allowing Mike to boost or barrel roll. So there's another damage on Fenrau. Looks like Mark's content to just bump Fenrau to death.
I got that out of my system. I did get a win finally. Not on the stream.
Oh, so sounds like at the back of the store here, Chris, who you saw on stream last week lose every game, finally pulled out a win today.
But not on stream.
He says not on stream, but you know what? His pride really needed that. Poor guy. Couldn't catch a break last week.
No, the dice, they made it up to me today.
That's good. Where are you flying?
Straight Parattanni.
I don't know what Parattanni is.
Convenient. Oh, we have an Upsilon shuttle. Oh.
Parattanni is
It's also stupid listening.
It's a cool list name.
There's actually a lot of mine.
It's a British list name.
I'm okay with it. Straight
Like that.
You guys know the thing I posted in group?
Oh, interesting. Mike put his mobile firing arc on top of a Saj. That's convenient.
Well, it's nice. It's like, when mine came out, everybody's like, yeah.
So there's about 26 minutes left in this round. That's a lot of hull for Mike to chew through in 26 minutes. Especially if he's blinded pilot constantly. So it looks like we did activate Boshek, I think. Now you gotta remember, if Mike does bump here, he could get an ion token.
my
Me
start.
too.
That's definitely my start. So.
Okay.
I want
He's gonna lock in the 4K.
I don't think anybody will fly it.
Looks like he still has range 1, maybe. Oh yeah, that's definitely range 1 on Colzet. Fenrir's, it happens. It's pretty generous. Fenrir's gonna look to take Colzet off the board here, and maybe open Asaj's eyes a little bit.
That's got a way better die.
It basically has the same gun.
We got a little conga line on the other side of the board. The ladies have formed a cute little conga line, and they're just taking it easy, letting Fenrir do his work.
I think it's more convenient to go Sonic.
Got to also remember, we do have a turret. So Fenrir is going to take a shot back, but he will have auto thrusters. He will have an extra green dice.
And imps need something to counter the ghost, other than little ships that can do all those damage.
5 dice coming in from Fenrir on Lieutenant Colzet. He does have double focus. No target lock, but sometimes you just don't need it. Mark did just do a Jedi mind trick on Mike's dice, and it seemed to have worked. Until he blanks out here, takes a double damage, and dies. We'll see if Karma comes back around. And there's the blanks. 2 damage. Here's the crit. We're looking at PS0. Injured, shaken pilot, injured pilot? Damaged cockpit.
What can we do? Well, I can do a white 4K turn.
So that's not the worst crit to take. He could be dead. He could be dead already. He is also PS3. So you know what? Couldn't ask for better than that, I think. Oicunn's going to shoot back. Looks like 3, possibly 4. We got 4 hits on Fenrir. Fen's only got 2 health. He's going to need a pretty big roll here. He does have 4 dice and auto thrusters.
2 points.
And that's going to do it. Auto thrusters focus. Fenrir doing what Fenrir does.
Deltas?
Yeah, the pilot's still on.
That's gross. You can run.
I'd really like to see in a dogfight, Jay, who would win between Fenrir and Sunterfell.
Who would you have money be on, Pat?
You know what? I would probably put my money on Sunterfell. Because you know what? In space, you know what? Being able to shoot a lot of lasers is good. But if you can't hit anything with those lasers, you're gonna eventually die.
No, you found 2 deltas in that.
Although, gotta show a little respect. They are 2 of the best pilots in the galaxy.
Just another defender.
So, this board state went from really interesting to nothing too crazy. Oicunn's gonna have to just start pulling around. Colzet doesn't have hard ones. If he hard twos, he's gonna be in a rough spot next turn. And Fenrir doesn't have a straight one, doesn't have soft ones, but he does have the straight 2. He can also hard one and barrel roll, hard one boost, depending on what Mark's ships do here.
You know what? I'm going to observe for now.
Or maybe it's really good.
Also, Mark does have Boshek, but he probably won't be in range. We're going to take a look at Fenrir's dial. What do we see? What do we flip? Please place it in the dice area. Mike, hello? Mike? Put your dial in. Thank you, Mark. Looks like we got a straight 5? Straight 2, okay. It was backwards. Alright, we got a straight 2. So Mike is just playing it safe. He knows Mark's ships are going to have to move this turn somewhere. Looks like Colzet did the 4K. Oicunn is going to bump. No, he's going to slip past. You hear Mark saying he should have gone straight 2 there and got the bump. But it is what it is, and Fenrir is going to have a beautiful shot to probably take out Lieutenant Colzet here, Jay. What do you think?
I think it could happen.
Fenrir is going to move, take a focus.
Every wave breaks something, and
You got to rebuild.
Not sure what we're waiting for here. Oh, I see. Mike was just getting ahead of the game. Fenrir. And we're about to see a focus here. Hand out some candy to the kids. Happy Halloween. Mike drops another token on the board, or on the floor. Maybe he's getting a little nervous out there?
We have just over 20 minutes left, so, it could happen here.
Time is ticking down. He does have a full decimator, nearly full, to kill here with his ships. But you know what? 3 ships, a Fenrir, stress coming from an Asajj. As long as he can take Colzet off the board here, shouldn't really have a problem at all mopping this one up. You know, Mark was planning to bring this list to regionals coming up.
Do you think he'll rethink it?
He specifically wanted to take Mike on just to see if he could put up a fight against this specific list. Because what Mike is flying is probably the most popular list in the game right now. And so far, I don't know. I don't know if this list can cut it. It might be a little too cute for a list with just the pure efficiency of Parattanni.
Take us for a test drive on the weekend there. And
Mike's taking a peek. He's probably going to take the boost here because he is known to be really greedy when he can serve up a juicy 5 dice shot. He does have the focus from Mind Link, so
I'm sure there's somebody out there.
he's going to take that target lock and guarantee the kill.
Calgary, Winnipeg, and Swift.
Because we got 1 health, we got 4 5 dice, or sorry, 3 or 5 dice coming at Colzet. Colzet's only got 3 evades. If he is range 1, that's with a focus and a target lock, that's like a 90% chance for like 5 hits.
Cal bases and
I target locked and I passed the focus.
Hey, have you ever heard of mini ranker? I hear it's got all the meta builds. Sorry, just trying to plug my website.
I'll take the hits.
Range 1.
Alright, we got Fenrir range 1 on Lieutenant Colzet. That's 5 dice into 3 dice with a target lock focus. That's a dead Lieutenant Colzet. Target lock. And this will be 5 hits. 4 hits. And that's a dead Colzet.
It does not.
You know, Mark really had his heart set on playing this list of regionals, but I think he's got some doubts in the back of his mind now.
It's a lot more points.
We might have to ask him after the game what he thinks. Although it depends if he's up to having this information out on YouTube before regionals.
It's really hard to play because it only has 2 defense space.
And there's a crit and a hit. And another crit. So this could be a dead Fenrir. This game might not be over. And we cannot see those. And Fenrir takes no damage. Back to dials. So interestingly enough here, the Decimator obviously cannot K-turn. And it does have all the hard turns except for 1, but so it does take a little bit to turn around, a couple turns. But Mike does have his other ships coming in. Decimator can't do a hard stop, so Fenrir's just going to do probably a soft. Looks like he's pretty perpendicular to the board. Probably a straight 2 here. Start pumping his dice into Oicunn. This game probably won't last much longer. Unless Mark can get a lucky shot off. What about triple defenders?
We like over the last
Swarm leader.
we had swarm leader defenders pop up to second on
But if you
me.
make a mistake or he doesn't bump or something.
Ooh, little salt coming out from Mark over there.
You know what's the salt in it? You know that like it was this? Is it slowly not?
So I think the problem with Mark's list is he's trying to do things that the other lists just do without jumping through hoops, and his list got to jump through some hoops. So like it does work, but he's got to work 3 times as hard as Mike for the same results. Which it may be a problem with the game, the current state of X-Wing meta. But you know what? That's just how it goes. Alright, Oicunn's going to move forward. Take a target lock. Fenrir's going to move forwards, take a target lock. Enter's going to do a hard 1 focus. Saj is probably going to lock in a soft 3 is going to land him on the rock. So he's probably just going to go straight. Yeah, there it is. So Mike's just happy, to slow roll his ships around the board. Feels like he's got this one locked away pretty securely.
Yeah, it's like they're expensive, like it's expensive.
This is like, after you eat dinner, Jay, you got your casserole in the pan, looks delicious still, but you just put that saran wrap on, toss in the fridge, it's done.
But I hear you there, Pat.
Probably better for Mike to boost here. Oh, never mind. Mike's got a really, this is going to be a close range 1, so if he's in range 2, it could spell disaster for Fenrir. But if he is in range 1, then he does miss out on the target lock. So we'll see if he takes the risk. Look, it looks like he is going to boost in, just not even risk it. He does have auto thrusters. And there it is. And here's the shot. Passes the token. Big 5 coming out. That's 4 hits. Oicunn's going to take 4.
Oh, really?
Maybe I wasn't playing very well.
Well, if you're not used to playing large base ships,
Yeah.
it's tricky.
Oicunn's going to roll it up. That's 2 hits. Target lock. That is 3 hits. Fenrir's got the auto thruster, so I would doubt we see any damage here. And that's 1 hit.
Two best maneuver dials in the entire game.
Fenrir is down to 1 health. We got 4. No damage on Fen. Sorry, 2 total though.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a damage.
So, you know, with just under 14 minutes left to go, Mark could try and run to salvage his MOV for the rest of the tournament, but we're not actually in a tournament, so we're going to see what happens here. Looks like Mark the friend maker is going to make a new friend in Mike after he concedes his game to him. Mark is not happy. Mark is not happy. He's looking at Parattanni, and he's like, you know what, this list is stupid. Mindlink is broken. I'm going to quit X-Wing and sell all my ships.
You can really see the frustration on Mark's face right now.
Definitely. The pain is just welling up inside of him. It's crawling in his skin, you could even say.
But in the end,
You know what, after this game, his wounds, they probably won't heal. But I mean, after tonight, it's a new day, so in the end, it probably doesn't matter.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
It looks like players are all set.
Green K turns.
Mark is pretty much done here. He's tossing his templates to Mike. He doesn't care. He's going to say, you know what, Mike, I'm going to just try and kill your Fenrir out before I die.
We're gonna play it out.
Mike has not won the game. The one thing about X-Wing is you never quit until your last ship is taken off the board.
Unless apparently you're at the top table at Worlds.
Unless you're at the top table of Worlds and you still have a functioning Miranda. Yeah, then you just concede because, you know, why give the stream some entertainment? Why, you know, chance maybe your opponent messes up and you get a free win?
This game is figuring out where you're going to be and having my ship in the way first.
You know, Mike, surprisingly though, Asajj only took 1 shot this whole game.
Considering that
That's got to count for something. And here's the second. We're going to get a target lock. Mobile firing arc is still facing to the left. You can see it on top of Asajj there. Beautiful Asajj. Hey, Mike really painted that one up nice.
Tune in this weekend to see the finish.
If you tune in this weekend, I'm not sure when yet. We might have some things we have to take care of on Saturday, so it might be early on Sunday. To the same Twitch channel you're on right now. If you're on our YouTube, swing over to twitch.tv/xwinjunkies. Give us a follow, then you'll know when we go live. And you can see Mike finish painting that thing up. He is an expert painter. He does have his Bachelor of Arts. Majored in painting, so. And that's a hit and crit. It's going to target lock the rest of the dice.
And that being said, the bomber has a better dial than a Y-wing or a B-wing.
And there's a focus for 5 hits. Oicunn's going to take 5. Oh, and a crit. We got a crit on board. It is loose stabilizers. You cannot perform a straight maneuver next turn. When you do, flip this card face down. Wrong card. Loose stabilizer. When you do a white maneuver, receive a stress. And you can action to flip it down.
How much is he on?
4.
Range 3. Sorry.
What?
So that allows you to do.
He just took 5, yeah. Range 3 from Asajj. That'll be 3 hits into 1 dice. He's gonna target lock it up. Hope for the kill here. And it's focus for 3. 3 hits. And we got 1 green dice from Mark here. There it is. And it's blank, and that's the game.
Now he's got 1 left.
No, he's dead. He's dead.
Well, I think
You know, if you're in our Slack channel, once again, if you check out the Reddit, reddit.com/xwingtmg, in the sidebar you can find the link to the Slack. Mark is already in there during the game. He's in Slack complaining about Parattanni. So, you know, that just shows Mark is really eager to fine-tune his list, you know, work on it, come up with something that is worth flying. Because right now, I don't know if this is. Hey, Verse the Moon just started following us. Who is that?
I think that's going to do it for this game, Pat.
Oh, that's what's her name. I thought that was the Moon. So anyway, that's the first game here tonight. If you're watching us on Twitch, stay tuned. We're going to cut to a little break just to end this video on YouTube. And then we'll be back with another game. Make sure you hit us with a follow. Check us out. xwingjunkies.com. We run miniranker.xwingjunkies.com. If you're watching on Twitch, the YouTube, to see all the games you missed is youtube.xwingjunkies.com. Basically, if you go to our site, xwingjunkies.com, you can find all the links there. And follow us on Instagram if you want to see, you know, some painted ships, other interesting things, barbecues, whatnot, you know, fun stuff. That's going to do it for this game. For me, I'm Patty, and for Jay, my wonderful color commentator, we are out. Chowski.